Hey, this is Sean from Sean's Stock Strategies. I just wanted to go over what not to do. So if you look at my stream right now, you kind of see my stock trade diary. So everyone should keep one of these. One of your very basic is just your stock trades day by day. You can see here I had this huge loss, 23%, so that's a horrible error. And then you see I kind of keep trading at this, $200 level, keep going. Win a little bit back and then lose a little bit, kind of trade even here. Have a big gain here and then I have another huge loss. So it's like, what's going on, right? Go along here, another big loss. Well, that's at the swing trade, so that doesn't really count. I do my swing trades kind of separately. But again, here, some big losses, swings and with my day trades. Another big loss here. And then down to here we have another loss, and you can see I'm really pissed. So a better way to look at this is kind of track this. You can see the emotions and kind of analyze it on a trade by trade analysis. Is also to do kind of stack it up like this. And what you're going to see is, this part of this year is good, and then we have some big losses here and there that are really just, if you look at that average, I'm just wiping out all the gains here. Again, wiping out all the gains here. You have some other big losses, wiping out all the gains, So you're kind of saying like, oh, the gains are just wiping out. Everyone knows most people lose, so what's going on? And then the later the year, you're seeing here, I'm gaining a lot. I'm regaining it. So if you look at the weekly, so I take those days and I combine them into weeks, you can kind of see a clearer vision where I started the year with this one big, huge loss. That kind of sapped my trading strategy. I kind of recover. So I have a good spiel here. This is a good, 5 weeks straight green. And then this just goes sideways for so long. Like, look at this. There's one good week and then there's just endless bad weeks. And what I discovered from that was I had sized up to like $300 trades. And I started I did really well for a while. And then I started doing badly. And I just said, I'll just trade through it. I'll trade through it. And that's the biggest mistake I make. Because I wouldn't have had this size of losses if I had sized down immediately. So one thing to do is make something called on your daily tracker is you want to have like a limited stock trading thing. So now my new rule is whenever I have a 10% loss, I immediately size down to $1 stock trade. I'm still got a little bit of skin in the game, just enough to feel it, but enough to trade without significant losses to the account. And so you can see here, I'm stacking this up and I'm tracking my daily wins now just by day. And then I've broken through this target. And so now I'm up to this target. So I'm just kind of slowly edging back up. And if I hit that 10% loss again, I'm going to immediately drop to 100 and save the account. So what you want to avoid is, I'll show you my equity curve. The equity code really shows the whole picture here. Yeah, so you can see the S&P. So I track against S&P. So you can see the S&P had a big dip. And I kind of followed that dip, but then I just kept, like here I'm just trading these large dollar amounts to just kept losing. And what I should have done is if I had just sized down to $1, this probably would be over here maybe even here, but not so far down. And so now I'm implementing that. I've had a winning streak, so I'm just slowly, edging that up, and then hopefully I can catch up to where I started and then keep growing the account. And also on the swing trades, what I noticed as well is there was this huge drop in the S&P 500, and I always notice, well, I'm not really doing any of the swings well when the S&P 500 is dropping. So my new rule for the S&P 500 as well is on the swings. So what I do on my daily tracker is I go to time and I differentiate between my daily and my swings. So if I look at the swings only, so recently they're good. But you can see here I went through a really bad patch where I'm just losing. And that was when the S&P 500 was dropping. So what I made, my new rule for the swings is when the S&P 500 drops between the 20 EMA, just go to cash, wait till it recovers. And when the S&P 500 goes, go back all in stock on your swings. And then that will, hopefully you'll miss most of that drop. And so that'll make a difference in your trading. And that's Sean's Stock Strategies.